Hello, today I'm going to talk about a research project that approaches the water crisis in Japan and its solutions. This study consists in comparing the use of geographic information system to prevent water crisis in Japan with methods used in the Brazilian federal district to fight this type of problem. The study was based on a cube structure specified in the MPSP class with Professor João Melo. The cube has three axes. One of them is use of geoprocessing tools, aspects of sustainable development, which are social, economic, and environmental, and the applications on solutions of water crisis in the cities of Japan. The objectives of quality of the project, a risk analysis, and the validation of the final product were also taken in consideration. As many of you probably know, Japan is a first world country. Therefore, it treats types of problem like the water crisis different from other countries like Brazil that has less resources. Japan treats the lack of water in the country as a social problem. As a strategy to deal with this problem, the country came up with a guidebook with different actions to take in different occasions. The actions that make up this manual include water pressure management, fast repairs of broken pipes, reuse of water, and some techniques related with GIS or geoprocessing, which is the focus of this study. The objective of this project was to show the negative impacts of water crisis in Japan and analyze solutions that use GIS techniques with a bibliographic research and the assistance of the cube structure proposed by Professor João Melo. The scope of this project is to research water crisis in Japan, analyze the use of GIS in the prevention and monitoring of the crisis, analyze Japan's situation and actions regarding the water resources. The validation and choice of the scope were made based mainly on documents and indications made by Professor João Melo. The bibliographical research was conducted using the cube method to find articles to fill the three cubes. All three cubes had two common axes and one different. The common axes were Japan, water crisis, and geoprocessing, and the different ones were the three areas of sustainable development: social, environmental, and economical. Therefore, this research was to find articles that were about the different uses of geoprocessing in Japan's water crisis. The geoprocessing uses found in the research were mainly water basin management, where geoprocessing is used to understand and better distribute the water by knowing the levels of underground reservoirs and aquifers. Another use for geoprocessing is in landslide and sewer studies. In this case, GIS is used to study the land and the sewers to prevent disasters and have a cleaner and more efficient water system. GIS can also be useful in the study of marine life. In this case, geoprocessing is used to have a better sense of the life on bodies of water, which can help analyze and better understand the water quality in the region. GIS can also help in managing the water system. In this case, the administrators can better understand their supply and demand of water and elaborate a smarter way to make its distribution and manage its pressure, with the objective of saving water. The water crisis in the federal district began mainly because of a poor management of the resource, demanding an exaggerated amount of water from a few reservoirs. On the other hand, Japan's water crisis were mainly because of the low supply of natural resources in general, since the country is an island, which was aggravated by a social problem related to the lack of responsibility of the population towards saving water, which also happens in Brazil. Therefore, because of the bad distribution of water in Brazil, the water basin management and the management of the water system using GIS could help Brazil's capital to overcome this crisis. The study shows that the lack of water in the current day is a very serious problem, which makes the use of cleaner and more efficient technology a greater necessity every day. This shows that the use of geoprocessing has to be widely disseminated, since it is a way to better understand and manage not only the water, but numerous resources related to the earth. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that it has become clear how important the use of technology, especially geoprocessing, is to solve water problems and crises.